If you're watching this video, you're probably about to start one of the best multi-day hikes in Patagonia. The O Circuit is a demanding trek that takes place in the most spectacular national park in Chile, Torres del Paine. At Vertice, we are proud to promote the spirit of adventure that makes Patagonia so special, while providing hikers with increased comfort and security. Our operational base is in the beautiful Puerto Natales. It is the nearest city from Torres del Paine. We also own 3 refuges and 4 campsites in the park, where you'll stay while hiking the O Trek. Are you ready for an adventure of a lifetime? Travelers aiming to explore Torres del Paine usually land in Punta Arenas, a 5-hour drive from the park, or in Puerto Natales. The day before your adventure begins, you'll meet us at the Vertice office in downtown Puerto Natales, where our staff will provide useful information about your trek and hand out your first box lunch. On day 1, our driver will be waiting for you at the office as you board a comfortable bus for a scenic 2-hour journey to the trailhead. This scenic drive will allow you to spot some of the local wildlife, including herds of guanacos, and catch some epic views of the Torres del Paine mountain range. Welcome to Torres del Paine. We will enter the national park through Laguna Amarga, where we'll check in with the park rangers before continuing on the final 15-minute drive to Estancia Cerro Paine. The trek begins here at the central sector. You'll find the Estancia's Welcome Center, where most hikers start the famous Towers base hike, also known as Basay Torres. But you'll take another trail towards the Saran Woods. Take the trail that's near the Welcome Center's bathroom. It goes uphill for a few minutes. Then everything becomes clearer, as you will eventually reach a sign that says Saran. You will walk along the Cerro Paine mountain and rush into a peaceful forest. After about an hour, you will see the blue waters of the Paine River, fed by the southern Patagonian ice fields. On this first day, you will walk about 14 kilometers, roughly 5 hours on easy terrain that makes a smooth introduction into the park. You will spend the night camping in the wild at the Saran campsite, and you will love it. Day 2 starts at the Saran campsite and ends at the shore of the Dixon Lake. The hike is relatively easy and mostly flat. The steepest section of the day is soon after the beginning, a slope of 450 meters to reach a nice viewpoint and admire the vastness of the Paine Lake. Then it's a downhill towards the Coiron Ranger Station, where you will meet a park ranger to register and officially enter the O Trek with your park entrance. You will have to register again in the next ranger stations during the following days, namely at Perros and Paso. Getting to the Dixon campsite might seem like a long journey, yet it offers a wonderful insight into the plains of southern Patagonia with some great views of the snow-capped mountains. After a flat portion, you will be able to rest at Dixon, whose name comes from the glacier that feeds the lake of the same name. On day 2, you will hike for about 19 kilometers, which roughly takes 6 hours. You can spend the night either at the beautiful Dixon campsite or in a dormitory at the refuge. Here, you will have access to electricity, a bathroom, and showers with hot water. Tasty meals are available in our dining room, where you can also order a box lunch for the next day. A porter service is also available for the whole circuit, so you can travel lighter. At the beginning of the day, you can give some of your personal belongings to a team of professional porters. They will make sure to transport them safely and give you back what you need after each hike. Day 3 is a mix of gentle uphill and downhill. You will cross one of the most magnificent forests in the park, a pristine and wet area. Soon before reaching the Perros campsite, you will catch an epic view of the Perros Glacier, one of the highlights of this trek. That day you will hike for 13 kilometers, which usually takes about 4 to 5 hours. You will camp at the amazing Perros campsite surrounded by native forest and get ready for the famous John Gardner Pass. Here you'll have access to electricity at certain hours, a bathroom, and a dining room. Hiking food is available. There are showers, but hot water is not always guaranteed. Day 4 is challenging, but also absolutely worth it. You will hike towards Grey Glacier through the highest point of the O Trek, named after British mountaineer John Garner. Get ready, it's a long day full of epic views. An early wake-up is recommended so you can calmly and carefully hike uphill through the pass. This section is exposed to Patagonia's changing weather conditions, and snowfall is possible even in summertime. Strong winds are common. This is probably the most stunning place to observe how vast and fragile these ice fields are. The use of crampons is sometimes strongly advised, especially in case of icy conditions in the steep downhill. After about 1 hour going down, you will reach a more sheltered area, and while hiking through the forest, you will cross 3 spectacular hanging bridges along Gray Glacier. You'll finally reach the cozy Gray Refuge, where you'll be able to stay either at the campsite or in a dormitory. In the spacious restaurant, you'll find some delicious buffet food and also fresh drinks and pizzas. You'll also find a camper's store and a large terrace. Hiking from Paros to the Gray Refuge is an adventure of about 17 kilometers that takes an average of 10 hours. It's a great idea to take at least an extra day here, so you can go for an epic ice hiking adventure at Gray Glacier, an adventure of a lifetime. Another cool activity is kayaking near the glacier, where you may spot some icebergs and observe the ice walls of Gray. On day 5, you will aim to the Paine Grande Refuge while hiking along the Great Gray Lake, whose gray waters are fed by the famous glacier. This hike is of medium difficulty, with a mix of uphill and downhill and usual windy conditions. Halfway through the trail, you will be able to see the majesty of Gray Glacier in the distance from an iconic viewpoint. Finally, a downhill will take you to the shore of the Blue Paoe Lake, where the greatest refuge in the park is located, Paine Grande. This 12-kilometer hike should take you about 4 hours. Paine Grande is a popular place for hikers doing the W Trek and the O Trek, with a spectacular view of the mountain range. Here, you will find a campsite with a room called Quincho, where hikers can cook, and a bathroom with hot showers. You can also stay in a shared room with bunk beds at the lodge, with some nice heated common areas. There is a bar if you fancy a delicious refreshment with a view, and a casino-type restaurant that offers a buffet with a hypercaloric offer focused especially for those trekking in the park, where you can find protein options, side dishes, salads, and desserts for dinner. There is also an independent dining room for those looking for more privacy. Breakfast is an American-style buffet, and you can either have lunch here or order a boxed lunch. There is also a mini market and coffee store, and we have a luggage storage service available for hikers. On day 6, you will get to the heart of the Paine Massif, the famous French Valley. The duration of that challenging hike can vary, whether you choose to hike up to the British viewpoint or not. It also depends on whether you plan to stay overnight at Francis or Quernos. After leaving the shore of the Paoe Lake at early morning, you will reach the beautiful Scottsburg Lake. You will hike through the ghost trees of a forest that was burnt during the terrible 2012 fire. A hanging bridge over the French River will serve as a welcome in one of the most spectacular areas of the park. Before entering the valley, you will find a park ranger station where you can leave some of your personal belongings to go lie wait. To reach the main viewpoint, you will hike uphill for about an hour and may see some impressive avalanches coming down the Paine Grande Mountain. From the epic viewpoint, you will get a 360-degree view of the surrounding lakes, like Nordenskjold and Paoe, the French glacier, and admire some stunning granite spires such as Los Cuernos, Espada, and Fortaleza. If you keep hiking for an hour and a half through the forest, you will reach the British viewpoint. This hike has a constant elevation gain, but the views are unbeatable. On the way back, you will hike downhill and follow your way towards the Francis or Quernos Refuge or campsite, depending on where you decide to stay. Both locations offer a full board service and showers with hot water. At Quernos, you can upgrade to stay in a dorm room or even in a mountain cabin. This hike has a minimum distance of 18 kilometers, and this full day should take you between 8 and 12 hours on the trail. After the long day at the French Valley, the Quernos section feels like a relaxing hike along the beautiful waters of the Nordenskjold Lake. You will hike towards the east at the feet of the Cuernos and the snow-capped Almirante Nieto Mountain. It is a series of uphill and downhill sections with a cool hanging bridge in between. After hiking through an exposed area, you will eventually recognize the landscapes of the first day. Then an easy hike through the plains will take you to the central refuge and campsite, where you'll rest for the last hiking day. This hike has a distance of 12 kilometers or 16 if you start from Francis, which will take you from 4 to 6 hours. Now you're ready to hike to the tower's base viewpoint. Nothing less than the most iconic postcard in Chilean Patagonia. This trail may be crowded, especially in high season, but it offers a challenging yet unique experience to admire the 3 granite spires that gave the national park its name. After about an hour and a half going uphill, you will reach the Ascencio Valley. Then you will go down towards the Chileno campsite. The easiest section of the trail starts here. You will cross one of the most beautiful forests in the park to reach the final ascent. This moraine is challenging for many, but it makes the final view even more rewarding. At roughly 900 meters above sea level, you will marvel at the stunning towers and the shimmering turquoise glacier lake at their feet. A view you will never forget. You will return along the same trail before boarding our private shuttle at the Welcome Center. After a scenic 2-hour drive through Patagonia's vast landscapes, you'll arrive back in Puerto Natales, where we'll drop you off at the town's main square. That last day, you will hike about 22 kilometers, which on average takes 8 hours. You will conclude 8 days of a challenging adventure at the edge of the world, where you will make new friends and experience the power of transformation of nature. You will be tired, but believe me, you will love it.